in Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen is smart. Look, he's technically sound. Julio's big because he's talented. He's super. Look at him. So that's the way it is. Skip, if you're a quarterback, you can't be good if you can't process information. And the faster you can process information, the better you are. That's why the great quarterback, that's what made Peyton. That's what made Tom Brady and the great quarterbacks great, because they can process information. Skip, not only must I know what the play is, we're running this play, what we think is the defense that they're going to give us. Okay, they don't give us the defense. Now I got to go, okay, we were expecting cover 1, but they went to cover 2, or they went to cover 6. Now, instead of my first read, now I got to realize, oh, he's not my first read in this defense. That's my first read. So all that has to take place instantly.
While 4 or 5 guys are trying to run you over.
Trying to peel your wig. You're exactly right, Skip. So that's just the way it is. He's super talented. And I think the thing is, Skip, because he makes so many of these heroic plays, we saw him against Buffalo. Not very many quarterbacks could have got out of that sack last year, Skip. Get out of the sack and not only keep the wherewithal to throw the ball and get the ball down the field, and they end up winning the game. So he's right. That's just the way it is. It's always, Skip, oh, man, Larry Bird, he's so skilled. He's so cerebral. Well, Magic is good because he's 6'9", and he's talented. People didn't want to give, like Larry Bird wasn't talented. Larry Bird was talented. Just because he can't jump out of the gym, Skip, and he can't put the ball, handle the ball like Isaiah, that doesn't mean he's not talented. We got to stop thinking because someone is white, they're not talented. They're just thinkers. They're just cerebral. We got to stop thinking that. And just because someone is black, they're not thinkers. They're not cerebral. They're just talented. No, that's not the way it works. But I agree with him. We don't give Deshaun, because, prime example, Mahomes. Don't nobody say Mahomes is cerebral. Oh, that arm talent. He's unbelievable, the talent that he has, but you got to be able to process information and know where to go with the football just like that.
Patrick Mahomes is a speed reader. Trust me.
And he's immensely talented.
Yes. Okay, so we got racial stereotypes we're dealing with.
Yes.
Here's my issue with Deshaun. I never considered him, and I hope nobody else ever really considered him a running quarterback to start with.
No.
He's a passer.
Yeah.
Pocket passer. Yeah, he'll buy time.
Right.
With his feet, legs. If you give him open road, if you dare him, yeah, he'll take off. He'll gash you. But in those 2 games against St. Nick's, Alabama defense, shootouts, he was just throwing it from the pocket, man.
Right.
And he
there wasn't no zone read, Skip.
No. So I'm not sure where we're going with that. I'm not sure anybody ever dismissed him as a running quarterback and has underplayed what a great pocket passer he is. But if you look at these stats that are in this piece in USA Today, on just pure dropbacks, if you take out all the screens and any RPO, run pass options, it just on pure, this is 3rd level stats, but his numbers are superior to Patrick Mahomes as a pocket passer this year. He's not having a good year. He's quietly having an all-time great year because he had to deal with, a half a year of Bill O'Brien still calling the plays.
Right.
And as his quarterback coach, his independent quarterback coach, Quincy Avery, points out, Bill O'Brien could get tentative as a play caller because he's the head coach trying to save his own skin, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so that was never a great fit to me. And what had Bill already done to him, Bill O'Brien? He had shipped out his best receiver. So now, what do you got to work with? Well, you got Will Fuller the 5th.
Right.
And now
he's
now suspended. And you had Kenny Stills, but they
released him.
Okay. They had added Randall Cobb, obviously.
But he's hurt now.
Yeah, and Brandon Cook's still there. Fells is the tight end. I don't know how he's doing it.
Right.
Okay? And their defense, I think Pro Football Focus ranks them 30th in defense, so you have to overcome that.
Right.
He's having a magnificent year because he's really good.
Yeah.
You can make a case. I could make a case that he might even be a little better than Patrick Mahomes. You don't want to make that case, but I can.
No.
Patrick Mahomes
Harry Mason couldn't even make that case.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes has the 2 runaway, far and away best weapons in football, and Kelsey and obviously Tyreek.
Yes.
And Deshaun is doing it with mirrors. And, yeah, he can process at the highest level. And to pull off what he's pulling off, if you look at those 3rd-level stats as a drop-back passer, it's extraordinary what this young man is doing. Now, I'm back to my, the case against Dak Prescott. I kept telling you even through the offseason, Deshaun finally got his money just after Mahomes got his. Well, they're 1-2 to me.
Right.
However you want to do it. Well, I'll give you 1-2 Mahomes to Deshaun.
But here's the thing, Skip. Even though Deshaun got his money, Deshaun got great money. Don't get me wrong. But Deshaun got security because Deshaun was coming up on a 4th year and he has a 5th-year option.
Okay, I got it.
Dak doesn't have that.
Okay, but listen, as much as I have loved and defended
Oh, no,
Dak
Dak ain't better
he's
than that.
not that guy.
No.
I've said that to you 100 times.
That's the better of the 2 4s.
Hey, come on.
Yeah.
This is Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
He is a cut above.
Yeah.
I've said Dak's right around the edge of the top 10. He might be 10th. He might be 9th.
That's not how they pay you in the NFL. They pay you according to when you can't come up and what did the guy previously get. That's just the way it works. Because we and I both know, I mean, we know Patrick Mahomes worth more than $45 million, Skip. I mean, the guy, but he's like, I'm going to take this. Deshaun's like, I'm going to go ahead and take this long-term security, get this new money. I'm good. Y'all going to take care of me long-term financially? Hey, I'll cut you some slack on the back end. Okay. Good. But
so this writer in USA Today concludes, I don't think it's a stretch to say that Deshaun, is already the second best quarterback in the league and that the gap between him and that alien in Kansas City is almost negligible. Okay. All right. Here we go. 1-2, 2-1. Do not underestimate Deshaun Watson.
Yep. They joined because what? They're in the same draft.
Yep.
I mean, that's just, you hate that it's like that, Skip. But when you play the same position and you're in the same draft and you're both, that's just the way it is. Elway, Marino, and Kelly, all of them in the same draft. You look at Julio and A.J. Green, they're going to be connected. Certain people will be connected because of where they were drafted and the position that they play. So he and Mahomes.
Okay. Now, back to what you said about the white guys who play receiver and running back in this league. And you have to sort of, to me, I think white media people have to explain it away in their own heads. How are they doing this? Because both those positions historically dominated by black stars, right, on both sides, running back and receiver.
Right. Especially Skip over the last sister in the modern era. Because I can only think, well, how many white wide receivers in the Hall of Fame in the modern era? We got Steve Largent.
Okay.
I mean, so all the other guys.
We go Lance Allworth,
and you got Raymond Barry. Yeah. But Skip, you're going back. That was pre-merger.
I thought before the show today a little bit about, okay, who are the white guys if we go to wide receiver, not slot receiver. Right. Well, Adam Thielen's he's talented. He is talented.
Yes.
Is he crafty? Is he what? I don't know. He's just pretty good.
He's faster than people think because he stayed behind people catching bombs.
Okay. So in receiving yards, he ranks 25th in the league, and so he's credible, but he's not a superstar, right? And then we look down the list. You just brought up Scotty Miller. He's now out of the rotation as a slot receiver in Tampa, and Edelman's out of the game right now because he's hurt, but he was just a slot receiver, but he's a really good one. I think Cooper Kupp is really very talented, and he is Goff's go-to. You know, he's his security blanket. Cole Beasley's having a really good year, but he's a slot receiver. He used to be with my Cowboys.
Skipping running backs is even farther between. I mean, you got to go back to John Riggins.
Yep.
They had
and by the way, I looked at the running back yards right now. Yeah. And now Christian's obviously hurt, so he's out of the way right now. But I looked down the list to the first white rusher, and he's not a running back. It's Daniel Jones. He's ranked 33rd in rushing. Right. And then going down the list, you still don't find a white running back until you get to Josh Allen, who's a quarterback, and he's ranked 50th in rushing. Right. Okay. So there's in the top 50 without McCaffrey. There's not even a white running back.
So because I guess you say it because those positions are predominantly dominated by black players. It's like, well, they're not talented. I mean, look, we've never seen a guy look like Julio. We've never seen a right running back look like Derrick Henry. So how they do? So they got to be crafted. They got to be using them.
You have to come up with some excuse or some logical reason. Well, they must work harder. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
They don't work harder.
They're talented. I mean, to get to this level, Skip, I don't care. You can't be that smart to get to this level. You got to be talented to play the NFL football. There's only 15 other guys that do that.
Good point. I agree. But Deshaun, congrats, man.
Yeah, bro. He doing it.
Yeah, big up to Deshaun. But we're moving back to the Lakers.